Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It's the Manchester United Transfer Daily. We're back for the month of January. From those who remember from the summer, we give you the latest Manchester United transfer news with that real fan opinion twist. And as you can see below, we've got Bale, Dybala and Griezmann, plus a lot more. And how interesting it's going to be over the month to look back on this first one and see how many, if any, Manchester United actually went and bought. Lots and lots of opportunity. And what I would say is, as we are at the moment, Lukaku probably going to be out for a week. There's rumours that Zlatan's out for a month. If you're Manchester City, you go and buy a striker. We know full well Manchester United will make do, won't they? We will rely on Rashford, out of form, and Martial, who he doesn't like to play up front. But I don't think we'll be in for a striker, but let's start off with the three big ones below before, for me, we move into a bit of realism. So, Gareth Bale to Manchester United in January. Not going to happen, is it? Gareth Bale to Manchester United in the summer. Should it happen? Injury prone, arguably still one of the best players in the world when he's on form. Obviously, Real Madrid are looking to move him on. Should Manchester United still be delving into that world of Real Madrid cast-offs? To be honest, to be blunt, I think we should. I have massive concerns about his injuries, but Manchester United beggars can't be choosers, and at the moment we use that Deadwood a lot, and Bale would improve us even if he was only available for 50%. I don't think we're in a position at the moment to be arrogant about it, but not in January. Dybala, interestingly about Dybala, I've always said I can see him going to Spain. Apparently Manchester United had a deal rejected last week. I think there's nothing in it. I think when you research it, there's nothing in that at all. It started in England as a press rumour. It went to Italy. They laughed at it, and then England took it back, saying that Italy's talking about it. I don't think there was anything about Manchester United bidding for Dybala, apart from agent Pogba, who, to be honest, needs to focus on the pitch. Dybala to Manchester United, I think it would be all about money. I see his future at Real Madrid or Barcelona. Griezmann, I think is what I would say is a positive is the number 7 shirt is vacant, and it's been kept vacant for a reason. I firmly believe that. Mourinho did say in his press conference on Friday that Manchester United will sign one big superstar in the summer. That will surely be the number 7 shirt. I believe it will be Griezmann. I still do, even to this day. I'm disappointed that his release clause is still 200 million in January. I thought it dropped to 100 million, 89 million pounds sterling, but that's not till July the 1st. So that deal, if it's going to happen, will not happen till July the 1st with Griezmann. And I still think it can happen. There's obviously talk about Barcelona, but for those who've missed it, it's looking like Coutinho will go to Barcelona for 130 million pounds by early January. So whether Griezmann would also be a player that Barcelona want or not is up for debate. So I think Griezmann to Manchester United is still highly likely, especially with that number 7 shirt. But I don't think it's going to be an easy ride. I think the deal's done, but I don't think it's an easy ride in the sense that I think we'll have to put up with a lot of press, a lot of other clubs being linked to him, and ultimately it won't happen till July the 1st. And we need it now. I think Manchester United, when we go into the real world, there's this discussion about, Griezmann in July, or Dybala in the summer, or Bale in the summer. Manchester United have been second place comfortable for most of the season. We are now third. We are now very close to the teams in 4th, 5th and 6th. And once we're close to them, we could find ourselves in May in 6th again. And if we're in 6th, we're not in the Champions League again, are we? So that would be a problem for Manchester United that is an unsurmountable problem when you're trying to buy decent players. Which is why I think we've got to do something in January. It's why I think Mourinho would love to do something in January. And it's why I think Mourinho's towing the party line, saying value in the market, this, that and the other. Manchester United need players. We've seen it over the last 3 games. We've seen it over the last 3 years. That squad's not good enough. And any United fan would honestly look at that squad and say, I'm getting rid of at least 3 players and I'm bringing in at least 3 players. So Mourinho's going to be the same. January is an option to do that. I think it's an option that we should not refuse. I've said it countless times. It's a short transfer window this year. We've got the World Cup, which halves it. And United needs so much in and out. You can't get it all done in a month. So it'd be foolish to ignore January. And let's not forget, last January, we didn't ignore it. We didn't buy, but we did get rid of players for decent fees for Memphis and Schneidlin. And even if it's players coming out the door, then we need to do that. Manchester United moan a lot about being a business and not having a lot of money to spend, which I and you know is nonsense. With the richest club in the world, the owners just don't want to spend like teams like Man City do because they've got profit lines and pockets to fill. But there's a lot of bargains out there. There's a lot of deals that can be done that don't fit in with that mantra that Manchester United send out. Oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. I wonder why we don't do it, because there are players that we can go and pick up for a relatively cheap price that would include us. From debatable ones like Ross Barkley, who's out of contract in the summer, who's free. Ozil, as we've mentioned before, Goretzka, who it looks like is going to Liverpool. I mean, that's just 3 players that would massively improve Manchester United and are available and would probably love to come to United. Not to mention people like Alexis Sanchez and others who, again, are free. So United can do business. Whether they will do business in January is up for debate. But I certainly think that the results over the last while and the fact that the squad is limping towards the end of the season when we're only halfway through it, it needs something in January. It needs some sort of rejuvenation. I'd be looking at people going out the door. I think Darmian and Blind are players that would get fees and, you know, we wouldn't miss them. But predictions wise as to who we're going to sign, I think a winger, you've got to be looking at wingers, and hence that would be, you know, we can dream about someone like Willian from Chelsea. I think he'd improve us massively. I don't think it will happen. Malcolm from Bordeaux has been mentioned, but the price has gone from 25 million up to 45 million because Arsenal are interested. Lamar, potentially from Monaco. Fabinho from Monaco. They're going to cost money, but they are potentially available. There's the lad at Inter, Joao Maria. There's Z Roberto at Barcelona. Andre Gomez. So there's Jorginho at Napoli. There's a lot of players out there that Manchester United could move for that would improve us. They would improve Manchester United. And I hope that we do it. And I hope that every single day over this month we're going to have a lot of excitement and that the club react to it, because I think we need to. So, first one of the week, first one of the month. Let's see what you think. Get commenting below. Give us your thoughts, because I do think it's going to be very interesting to look back and see how right or wrong we all were. Get commenting below. Let us know who you think is going to go and who's going to come in, if any, and give us your thoughts on that. I'm not going to be shy. I think Darmian and Blind go. I think Fellaini announces he's going to go at the end of the season. So that's 3. I think he'll stay for the rest of the season. So that's 3 going out. Coming in is a lot harder. I don't think there'll be a marquee signing. I'd love to say we'll get Ozil because I think he'd massively improve us, but I don't think he'd come in before May. I think Manchester United will probably end up with 1 signing, and I'm going to go with it being a winger, and I think it will be Malcolm from Bordeaux. That is my prediction. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love us to buy number 10 because I think we desperately need one, and I think in the debate of who we need more, winger or number 10, we need both. But I guess we'll see. Thanks everyone for watching. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy Transfer Daily. Get commenting below with your thoughts. And remember, we're live every morning at 7 AM throughout January. We'll also be back tonight, obviously, with the watch along for the Everton game, where we need to win. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your New Year's Day, and I'll see you for the watch along later.